Y'all, welcome to My Favorite Lyrics. The music lyrics podcast where we talk about lyrics, except for when we talk about other stuff. And
Hell yeah.
Today we got a very, very special guest. The other half of the only comedy podcast that I listen to.
We're the only one?
You're the only. I've heard enough of what these niggas have to say.
That's
You
crazy. I appreciate that you feel that way because I feel the same way about comedy podcast. But I'm glad people like us, but like, I'm so sick of a hot take or some dude telling me what to do.
It's also like, I don't want to. I just know. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I understand that that's for other people. I don't need to hear niggas talk about their road date story. I do that on my, sometimes it becomes that on this podcast. But like, if a comedian turned it off because they were like, I don't want to hear about your thought process on the road, I'd be like, totally.
Why?
Totally.
I guess it's interesting because it's like, we want to listen to like Jeff Teague talk.
I love hearing Jeff
You know what I
Teague
mean?
talk.
So it's like, I get it, but like, I don't want to hear that shit either.
I want to hear like basketball nerds talk about like statistics. Like, I want to hear about like shit that I have no idea about. Like a world.
Well, you don't want to hear about work. Either.
No.
You don't want to hear about your job.
No,
that's trash.
Of course.
That like, you know what I mean? Like,
of course.
Although I know some sales guys who listen to Sales Guy podcasts.
Disgusting.
But they're psychopaths. You gotta be a psychopath to be a sales guy.
Have you ever done a sales job before?
Yeah, man. And it fucked me up because I was good until I found out how big of a scam it was.
In what way was it a scam?
So we were selling emergency road service.
Okay, never mind. I understand. I understand.
For
I understand.
RVs.
I understand how it's a
Right?
scam.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And it was like old people.
Yeah.
So they'd be like, I'm getting my social security check, and then I'm going to pay you guys because I can't have it lapse. And I was like, whoa, that's a good product. And then you just start to get the calls where they're like, I've been on the side of the road for 17 hours.
Help.
My wife needs her insulin. We pulled over. You said you got me. I have your sticker on. And then it was like, and then I was like, oh,
You're like,
shit.
oh, we're like, actually, we're making people's lives worse.
Yeah, so then I was on some Robin Hood shit for the end.
Sure.
Like, I was just like, hey, I'll give you 8 years for $109.
Right.
Whatever.
What do I need to do?
I can go in here, but then they caught me.
Of course.
And then I got fired.
But
I was good because I like not face-to-face sales.
Sure.
Because you kind of be hot to do regular sales.
Yeah.
It's like a popular kid job,
You
right?
start to understand why real estate agents look like that.
Yeah, because you have to be somebody that I would give $300,000 to or whatever.
Exactly. You have to represent someone that I feel comfortable handing that check over to.
Yeah, but phone sales is for the dogs.
Yeah, that's true.
I love it, bro.
Did you
Bunch of freaks in there.
Did you ever watch that HBO documentary about all those dudes who were making like $2 an hour? What was it called?
I don't know.
You know
but
exactly
the
what I'm
Greek
talking
guy
about.
took him down. Yeah.
Yes.
For the police thing.
Yes.
That's how it felt in there. Call centers are like
Nasty.
because I was like 20. It was like the last decent job I had before comedy. So there weren't even any young people in there like that.
Of course.
So I remember getting paid, and I was like, I have more money than I know what to do with.
Of course.
But it was like the weirdest group of people.
Of course.
Weirdest.
Don't nobody got to see them. They could. Their feet can look like whatever.
Bro, the guy next to me used to lift weights and chew tobacco while he was on the phone.
Of course.
Amazing guy.
Yeah.
Amazing guy.
You're better than me. I had a sales job and I was really bad at it because I don't truly just like as a principle in my life, I am not interested in convincing anyone of anything.
That's a thank God you came out talented because that was bro, I know dudes that killed. Not but just like some dudes living underwater because they're like, I ain't got to prove shit to nobody.
Well, it's like, it's like,
awesome.
I guess in your work, it's like,
sexy. It's a sexy way to live.
I let it speak. I'm just like, if niggas didn't like the comedy that I did, I'd be like, well, okay, I guess I'll do something else. Yeah. Fortunately, again, it's like, it's working out.
Yeah.
So it's like, so it's cool. But it's like, as a salesperson, I would do this sales. I worked for this company that sold ad space on career site job boards. Does that make sense?
Like on monster.com type shit?
Kind of, but it would be like...
Is it like a recruitment company?
Yeah, so it was like a tool for recruiters. So basically, I can't believe I'm explaining this on a podcast, but
no, this is great because people need to know when you do a job like that, where you're like, it's like sales inside of sales inside of sales.
Yeah.
Did you get existential crisis where you're like, my job's nothing?
I mean, I
have no skill. This is not a thing.
Also, to be clear, my job was not even to be a salesperson. I was a lead finder. So what the company did was basically, I wonder if this company even still exists. This is my first job. Yeah, they're coming for me.
Yeah. They know you're on SNL. We're on SNL. They saw it.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder. I definitely don't know nobody who works there anymore. But I'm 22 years old, 22, 23 years old.
And that's at that age, that's the best kind of job you can get that's not construction.
No, because it was like, I didn't have, like, what they did basically was like, if they saw that you were looking for nurses on like Indeed.com, they'd be like, well, we represent the like Arizona Nurses Association. Why don't you post your job on like those job boards? And they were selling that ad space, which to me, I'm like, I didn't really understand why that would even be a business, but that was the whole thing. We'd be like, okay, you pay us money, we'll put you in front of all the nurses in this state, and
then you can hire one to give them more money?
Yes.
Man, I swear to God, everything's a scam.
I was like, I don't know why anybody would use this service.
That doesn't sound like a thing that somebody could get, let alone rich off of, right?
Exactly.
Which whoever was at the top of your shit.
There's a whole company around this. It's like there was like 200 people worked at this place, and they hired a whole team of like just out of college kids to find leads. So I would call like a hospital, like I would go on Indeed, I would call a hospital that I saw had like, we had all kinds of organizations that like. We had like it would be lawyers and doctors and
right.
you know, physical therapists. We had all these like different boards in all these different states. I'd look on Indeed, I would call a hospital and I'd be like, hey, I'm looking for your HR person. Like, I work for this company, and my job was to find the person that the salesperson actually needed to talk to. And so
you didn't even need to sell.
No, I didn't even need to sell. I just needed to find the person. But
they paid you hourly or by the lead?
They paid me a salary. They paid me a salary, so there's a flat fee.
Can you say it?
It wasn't crazy. It was a lot for me at that time. I mean, I got fired or laid off from that job after like 6 months because I think they were like, we don't need this.
No, yeah.
But I was probably making that was probably like 45 racks.
45 racks in Texas?
In Texas. So
what year?
This must have been like 2013, 2014.
Come on, you could get Acura.
I did that job for 6 months. I did it from probably May to November. From that period of time, I had this 97 Volvo that would fuck up all the time. I didn't know if it would start. Right. There was all these weird, some of the windows rolled down and some of them didn't.
Yeah, that German engineering or whatever, when it gets old, is tough.
It's just over. And not that many people fix those cars. Right. And so my shit was fucking up all the time. I worked there for 5 or 6 months and then was able to buy a almost new car. I was able to buy it was 2014. I bought a 2013 Nissan Altima.
Let's go.
And that was really, I was like, that's all I needed this job for.
Yeah.
They told me I was laid off. I said, okay, I'll figure out these payments, but I got the whip.
Because also,
it's pushed to start. They got pushed to, I said, I'm pushed to start now.
There's that age too where it's if you have one asset, that's your personality.
Oh my God.
So you're Devon with the Ultima.
Come on.
You know Devon who has the Ultima? That's a good enough person to be. They don't really have to have a job right now.
You feel me?
I got Ultima.
It's also I bought a brand new car at 23, and I went back to work at. I've never said this on the podcast before. When I was in college, I used to work at a group home.
Whoa, for at-risk youth? They were risked.
They
were the risk.
You know what I'm saying?
You were at risk.
Yeah, literally, bro. Actually, I worked at a group home, and it was the kids lived there. It wasn't they didn't go home, so it was it was just them and the employees. And
what'd they call you? Mr. Devon?
Or
Mr. Walker?
It was definitely Devon or Mr. Devon. It was also I'm doing this job. I'm 21, 22. Some of these kids are 15, 16 years old.
That's
so we're peers, basically.
Because you're a good man, but some of those, that's
It got dark in there.
Yeah, it was so bad.
I will just tell you I
bet it was so bad.
But that was my job before, and so that was
you needed comedy, man. You had tough jobs.
Bro, and then after that, I was doing the group home job, getting swung on by angry kids.
Oh man, they're big, huh?
Of course.
And they could fight.
Of course.
They could fight.
They got strife.
Bro,
you know
let
what
me
I'm
tell
saying?
you,
We should have took those kids into boxing.
Dog, no, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't. They're already dangerous.
Those are the kids who become boxing champions.
Yeah.
Those are the kids who become
just a nigga who could fight who works at Target.
Well,
which
sure.
That's a dangerous
That's
guy.
what a lot of them developed into ultimately. There was a kid. That's what a lot of them ultimately became. But I was doing that job, legitimately getting punched by kids. Legitimately, there was this one little girl who she wanted something, and I told her, I was like, no, you can't have that. Whatever she wanted, she was like, I want this. I was like, well, you can't have it. It's not time for you to play that video game or whatever.
Right.
I turned around to go walk and grab something. Cap. punched in the back of the head by a strong kid.
Because it's fucked up too. Because you're big, so I bet they wanted a piece bad.
Of course,
and so tall.
And also some of those kids. There was one kid named. Well, I guess I shouldn't say his name, but there was
Don't
one.
say it.
I should not say his name. But there was one kid who was legitimately 6'7". He was 6'7" and just like he was a sweet kid, but it was like. They some of them like a lot of these kids were like on the spectrum, so they didn't know how to like express.
He's group home sweet though.
Exactly.
That's like public school sours.
And it's
you know what I'm saying? Like that's doesn't scare me.
He had a good heart, but it was like he would do this thing when he would get frustrated where he would lay on his back. He would lay on his back and then kick the walls. And he would kick the walls and it would shake the building.
That's a nightmare.
It was scary.
What you're talking about is a fucking nightmare.
And I'm the biggest guy that works there. So anytime any like big nigga shit happened, they'd be like, Devon, he's shaking the walls. We don't want him to shake no more. Get to it. I'm making $7 an hour.
Oh,
it's a recipe for disaster. And then I'm doing that. I'm doing that in college. I go work the sales job. I get fired, laid off 6 months in. I go back to my group home job. Then I get a gig.
Do kids remember you when they go back? When you go back, were they like, "Oh, Mr. Devon, I thought you got a real job"?
Basically. But also, I started dating a girl there, and I remember her being
a girl who worked there.
Yeah, we started. Yeah, not one of the kids.
No. But I know that does happen.
Oh, all the time. Sure, there was a lot of that.
Was it like a trauma bonding thing where it was like, only you understand this terrible place we have to go to?
That was definitely part of it. That's what working at SNL ends up being. It really ends up being like you see a lot of people.
I bet because
especially the black people who work at the show. You see, like I see all these people and you're like, oh yeah. Like,
talking to black people who've been on SNL, it's like when you see like interviews with porn stars. You know what I'm saying? Where there's just like there's like a distance.
Totally.
But they're like, but this is just how I know how to make money now.
Yeah. And you're just like, well, this is where I found myself. Yeah. So I'm making the most of what this situation is. And I started dating a girl who worked there, and I remember her being like, part of why she liked me was she was like, and you're like a self-starter, like you got this Altima. She was like, hey. you just got out. You a year out of school and you already got this Ultima. Like I could see you're going places.
She saw you.
And I was like, baby girl, you right. Like you don't even know. I wasn't even doing comedy at that point. I was really just a nigga looking for jobs. But after I did the job at the group home, like when I came back, I did that for a little bit. I was like, this is untenable.
Yeah, I have an Ultima now. I can't
got
live
an
like
Ultima.
this.
I need to be at a desk. I know what that life looks like. They got snacks. They got pop chips.
Yeah.
They had snacks at the group home, but it was just a different situation.
I feel like group home is like WIC adjacent snacks.
1,000%. Because you're getting like funds from the government to feed these kids.
Like they had to have 100% juice.
You feel me?
Yeah,
so it's like the juice is all coming. The juice is all juice you got to mix with water.
Yeah.
It's all from concentrate.
That sucks.
And so also it was like I shouldn't say this, but it was like I was stealing time from the company a bunch.
Well, yeah, it's still a job.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like because nobody was really tracking it, so like you could come in and like clock in at like 7 a.m. and then leave and then come in for your shift at 2 and then make it look that was happening over there.
Yeah.
At a big rate. It's also like you paying us $7 an hour. It's like I'm gonna need 2 shifts.
Oh, brother.
Just to take care of shit.
Can I tell a weird story about getting back on time theft?
Go ahead.
So I got this job. This is the last. So I worked at the call center. I got in trouble. I had to move to California.
Okay.
When I was in California, I worked at a casino. Right?
What were you doing?
It's like hard to explain. I was a corporation. It sounds crazier than it was.
Okay.
I was a corporation banker, which is basically that like
at a casino.
Yeah, like in California, if it's not on like Native American land, peer-to-peer gambling or gambling is illegal. Like games of chance are illegal, right?
Okay.
So there were no slots and shit in my casino.
Okay.
And if you're playing cards like I played 3-card poker, baccarat, and blackjack and double hand poker, and if you do those games legally, it's peer-to-peer gambling. There's no casino with a house. Okay. So it's like, let's say me, you, and her are playing blackjack.
It's just our money, and that's it.
So one hand you'll bank, and you're the dealer, and then we play against you. But what would happen?
There's no house.
There's no house.
Oh, okay.
So
you have way better chances.
Yeah,
you're probably way better off.
But here's the cold shit about it, right? So the way that works is then me and you, we all pay $1, or depending how much there's in the bank, we play to the casino to gamble, and they facilitate it, and that's how they get their money. But what happens is you're the bank, right? Mm-hmm. And me and her are playing, and you only put up $50 for the bank, but me and her are each betting $65, and the bank busts out. Now you can't pay all that action because you couldn't cover the table, right? And that shit.
You just shouldn't be able to do that then.
You can. It's fine. But then what would happen would people would be like, I'm not playing with him. He doesn't bank the hand.
Right.
So what my company came in and did was like, we'll bank every single hand up to $50K. Per hand.
Okay.
So everybody, you can all play and you're gonna get your money. But technically,
you owe us.
I'm not. Yeah, but I'm not the casino. Technically, I'm just a player. So that's what I was doing, right? It's crazy because now you get all these Chinese guys calling you huck chai, which is bad luck in Chinese.
Oh, they don't like what you bring to the table.
No, because now the casino, the dealers can even be like, fuck this guy, fuck corporation. So everybody just hates you.
Yeah, of course.
And like if they're cheating, the dealer doesn't care if they cheat because the dealer's not paying out of their money.
Okay.
But I have to like stop and call the floor man and get the cameras involved and shit. Point is, I was working that job, right? And I was working it because I was getting off of probation. I was on probation in another state.
Okay.
So I was working I'd work 10, 12, 15 days in a row sometimes. Yeah. And so every now and again, it happened probably like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
They cut my time where they were like, oh, it didn't time out for overtime. We'll get you on the next one, right? I took that shit, right? We got raided by the FBI.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
How could you not?
Yeah, of course it's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's like the casino's right across from SFO, the airport. Like, everybody's seen it.
Yeah.
We get raided by the FBI. I was like, can I get unemployment because I don't have a car? The only other casino is in San Pablo, like way out there. They were like, no. So I just quit, and I told unemployment I was working overtime and I have proof because I have my paycheck stubs and then I have everything, right?
Yeah.
I got 99 weeks of unemployment. Started doing full time. I haven't had a real job since.
I respect that.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Obama.
Bro, for real though.
I felt like I could do anything when that guy was pregnant. When that guy was president. I really felt like you know what I mean? We're like,
of course,
he didn't necessarily actually have our backs in that way.
But he made us feel like he did.
Bro.
I've been thinking about this. That's all we actually need from the president is just lie to us in a way that makes us feel good.
To feel actually represented whether or not
you're doing it.
It's like, it makes me understand these Trumpers.
Yeah.
Where you're like, yeah, one of us is it. Now I can.
Sure.
That's what that feeling is, right?
I've been thinking a lot about like those two men in particular, and it is like for better or worse, mostly for worse, but like for better or worse, those two men have a star power and a gravitas that is like unmatched. You know what I'm saying? Like those men can make the people who their audience, they can make them believe anything.
Yeah.
And I do feel like I'm so ready for Trump to be gone because I do feel like once he's gone, nobody can be him. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think they have
It's like when Michael Jordan leaves the Bulls.
Yeah.
It's like you got good hoopers on the team, but it's like you don't got nobody who could do what that man does.
And I think you worry that people talk about that there's like an up and coming Republican who's like a star. I don't think they got it. They got a generational talent right now. Like
that's
you said,
truly.
That's a Michael Jordan. I don't think you got.
There's not that many people.
You don't got another one of those.
You can't.
He's the funniest guy.
Oh my god,
it sucks.
It's just like Eric Adams.
Yeah.
Except Eric Adams, I think he was like almost too stupid to be evil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel bad calling black people stupid in a public forum, but
it does feel weird.
But it's like
sometimes. Do you ever get where you're podcasting sometimes and then you remember cameras are on?
I remember
you said some shit.
Sometimes I remember white people are listening.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, because sometimes it feels like just me and a homie talking, and then sometimes I remember like, oh yeah, so many people know me from one of the whitest shows of all time, so it's like, of course I got like white folks listening, and sometimes y'all probably shouldn't hear me say that.
Yeah, and then there's like this feeling of like, am I being different here? Podcasting sucks.
It's crazy.
I love it. Listen to My Momma Told Me, bro, Tuesdays, every Tuesday.
Truly do listen to it. I'm about to be a guest. I don't know when this is coming
on Monday.
out.
Yeah, who knows?
I did a meeting yesterday and we were talking about TV and I was like, wait a second, because I know what I brought to y'all. I brought the concept that that you shouldn't get diagnosed with ADHD or anything, or else they'll like put you over there, which is like a thing that my dad really told me all the time.
Right.
But I was having a meeting yesterday, and we were talking about Ryan Murphy's new TV show, the one with Kim Kardashian about the lawyers.
I didn't even know that was it.
It just came out. It's got 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Damn. It's like, I watched a little bit of it. It's terrible, but in like a pretty...
Kim, why you doing law, baby?
I don't.
Why you gotta be...
She don't gotta do...
We don't need you over there.
We don't.
We don't need you over there.
We know it... Whatever. That's its own separate thing.
Yeah.
But I somebody brought up another one, which is that Ryan Murphy is white Tyler Perry.
I think that there are so many white Tyler Perrys.
Interesting.
I think that, if anything, if you're looking at it, I think Tyler Perry took the game from a bunch of white guys.
I see what you're saying.
I think that sometimes, especially because however you feel about it, if you feel that it's negative, I feel like people want to attribute it to this guy. But I feel like he's just doing what...
Because what is...
What they do.
What is Medea if not Ernest?
That's why you were on Saturday Night Live, boy. Yo, that's so funny.
What is the Medea series?
It works too. Medea scared straight.
You feel me?
Medea goes to Africa.
Exactly.
Which was, I don't know how they got that off.
I didn't know they did that.
Medea goes to jail.
I did know they did that one.
But it is, man.
It's the exact same, and I hadn't put it together until you were like, yeah, he followed a formula. And I was just like, oh yeah, that's Ernest. And you have to be a certain age. You have to be born... You have to be in your 30s to really understand what's happening in this conversation. But for those of y'all who don't know, there was this man named Jim Varney. Who played this guy. I don't even really remember what Ernest did.
What do you mean, Vern? I think he was a janitor at school.
Was the thing that he was like just really stupid and he was fucking up everything? I don't
quite remember.
I don't even remember what his attributes were.
You just knew he was like it was like White Trash the Olsens as far as like so many movies.
Exactly.
He just had a million of them.
They would just put him and it would literally just be like Ernest goes to space.
Yep.
Ernest goes to college.
Yep.
Ernest goes back home. Ernest goes to war.
Which is a play I think he took from softcore porno.
Oh, whoa.
Like Emmanuel and stuff like that.
Shit.
But I love that because I love the idea of Tyler Perry watching Ernest and being like, I'm about to make $1 million.
Okay, and I'm going to dress like a lady.
Because, like, I am glad that Tyler Perry found this is complicated to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
I am glad that he learned to synthesize what was really entertaining. Because did you ever see the plays?
I came up on those plays.
My mom had the DVD. The Medea was about the only part you wanted to watch in the play.
Yeah, of course. I was really young when I was watching those. Like my family's very Christian.
Yeah,
you know, my
they would
folks,
have to be.
Yeah, exactly. My folks are very Christian, and like there was a time until I was like in middle school, we went to all black church, and then we started going to all white church. It was very.
Was that jarring?
That's of course. Well, it's also like I liked both of them, but in very different ways.
Like white church, you were like, I kind of like the guitar.
Yeah, well, no, the music was ass. That was the thing that I was like, I cannot fuck with this praise and worship music that y'all got going.
White church music is so bad, it makes you wonder how they continue to believe in God. You know what I mean?
It's like if this is what y'all's God is giving you.
Soft rock? I gotta get out here to soft rock?
Bro,
That's nuts.
It was a nigga with the electronic drums.
Like,
you know, it was a nigga with with the in the air and the air and then or I can feel it in the air tonight.
Yeah.
Like it was a nigga with those. Like the music was ass, but I was like the perks at white church were way flyer. Like it was
like what do you mean, like food-wise or
like
activities?
the type of trips we would take? I feel like would be way flyer. Like I went to like white kid summer camp that we would go to would have all these crazy like zip lines and like you would you're like kayaking, just doing shit that I was like, oh, I've never really seen nothing like this.
Right.
I did get to go to a fly black camp one time, like a fly black church camp, but they treated us like prisoners.
No,
it was a
God damn it.
It was a camp. It was a camp called Kids Across America for it was for underprivileged inner city youth, which like I wasn't that. Like I wasn't. I was.
But you're black and you're young.
Literally,
they'll put you under that, right?
We didn't have like money, but like we weren't like at risk.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I'm saying? I
yeah.
wasn't like, that's not where I come from.
You weren't swinging on Mr. Devon at the group home.
No. It wasn't that, but like, yeah, I was a young black kid, so it was literally like all these black kids from like the cities, like from around America, and like they treated us like they wouldn't let us sing any secular songs. Like that was a big thing, and like by this point, like R. Kelly Trapped in the Closet was out. Like that's when
you can't cut that off on a summertime.
You can't. And
you can't stop the wave.
No, it's just like this is here, and we just need to embrace it. It's like
Yeah.
I know you don't want kids like cussing and talking about sex, but it's like this is hilarious, and it's like what's popping. And if we got caught singing secular songs, they would make us run, and if you refused to run, then they wouldn't let you eat. This is 100%. This is 100% true. None of that shit was popping at white church camp.
Right.
So I was like, at white church camp they had a snack bar.
I'm starting to feel like running a camp is either it's either the sign of a great person or a really terrible person. Like terrible
it tends
things,
to veer in the bad direction.
I think a lot of horrible shit is done in the name of camp.
Of course.
Like
you got the kids, they away from their parents. You can do anything out there.
And what are they gonna do? It's your word versus mine, you
Literally.
child. You're at risk. I'm a man. You're at risk.
You know what I'm saying? It's like America forgot about you.
Yeah.
They remember me.
Yeah.
And a lot of the counselors were like white college kids.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had a homie who like I forget what he got in trouble for, but he got in trouble for something, and they like told him to run. He wouldn't run. He didn't eat for like 3 days.
He hunger strike.
So he was just like, I'm not doing it eventually. Of course, and then also it's like he's weak. You know what I'm saying? He's weakened from the not eating, and
he's
like
also a boy.
He's like 12.
He's also a little boy.
He's 12. But yeah, black church way more entertaining, but like I do feel like the
white church had the amenities.
Also, white church like when I went to the black Christian church, they like divided us up by gender. So we like never got to be around the girls.
Okay.
They kept us completely separate. White church, they trust you a little bit more at white church.
That's probably not great, though.
No, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Then also you're the black kid at white church, which is its own.
The black kid anywhere.
Yeah, that comes with its own situation.
Yeah. I guess I never hear about, because we didn't grow up that religious, but I went to a couple religious schools growing up, a couple years. And, like, I've never heard anybody talk about, like, a black church trip. Exactly. You hear people talk about what they did in church in their time, but I heard a lot of white people, even like white people who don't fuck with church like that, like, oh yeah, but we went to Honduras one time, built a school or something.
I went to Mexico with the white church.
Man, black churches, we need more missionaries. Are there black missionaries like that?
There has to be.
Have you ever heard of one?
Not. I feel like pastors will go. But like not the congregation, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
like my nigga, I'm going to Argentina.
Yeah.
You'll be in Mississippi. You'll be in Biloxi.
Bro, white missionaries will go. I remember I was in Sierra Leone and we seen a white Jehovah's Witness missionary. Was it Jehovah's?
Probably.
It was Jehovah's Witness.
That sounds right. They love going to Africa.
But bro, and she came up to my uncle's house by herself.
Yeah.
Just in the middle of the daytime,
Brave.
speaking Creole, like it was crazy.
Yeah,
like one of the only white people I saw the whole time I was in Africa.
I mean, I think that's why white people have been such successful colonizers throughout history, because it's just a comfortable. This is my most Hotepi opinion.
No, let's go.
My most Hotepi. I guess this is now we're doing your podcast.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, I'm doing My Momma Told Me. I'm not doing. We haven't talked about music, not even for a second.
We got some music too. We can do.
Yeah, we can bring that. But like my most Hotepi opinion is that white people are like inherently colonizers.
You think that?
I think it's like baked into them in a way that like doesn't exist in other cultures. Like, you know what I'm saying? So most other cultures, like in Africa, like one nation in Africa might colonize the nation right next to them. And that's happening in Asia. That's happening in all around the world. I feel like white people are the only people who are just like, I'm going to go across the world
over there
and be like, that's mine too. They're the only.
It is a really wild, yeah.
They're the only white people do that. That is the most Hotepi opinion I have, and I'm not a historian by any means.
Yeah,
but it does seem to be true. Nobody from Africa went to fucking Australia and said like, "This is ours." Nobody from Asia went to like.
But to push back,
go ahead.
Africa and Asia, I think physically are more abundant and provide more to where you didn't have to be a seafaring person in the same way.
So you're saying you're saying the white people needed it because they didn't have
in
enough
Norway.
Stuff. Sure.
We're just gonna stay up here. We gotta go somewhere.
It's cold.
Yeah,
we're hungry.
This sucks.
None of this food is good.
Where it's like, you're in fucking Ghana. There's like everything you need right there. I don't know.
The Norwegians didn't grab nobody though. I feel like they
were seafaring though.
Oh sure.
That was the whole Vikings.
The
thing,
Vikings
right?
things. Yeah, they gotta go in.
And then like Polynesians, they were seafaring.
Sure.
Because I think it was just like smaller area.
Yeah.
I think seafaring is what makes you huge, right?
Probably.
I don't really know. I feel like we're both out of our elephant.
We're out of our depth. I
don't know what I'm talking.
We got to talk to a sociologist or some sort of a scientist of some sort. Clearly, we're not.
Yeah,
we're not equipped to get where we're trying to go.
I don't got it. I came here to talk about sexy music.
Tell us, you grew up mostly in Colorado?
No, Washington State.
State.
So two hotbeds for black music.
Yeah. What's young David listening to? What type of time?
Well, my mom is young too, right? My mom's like 18, 19 years older than me.
Oh wow.
So when I was
so she was still cool.
Yeah. So when I was little and we had like lots of like house parties and like, cause my mom, she graduated college when I was like 6 or something like that.
Okay, you were at the graduation.
I was like on campus in a big way. Like my early memories are on campus.
I was doing this with my mom too.
Okay, so so it was a lot of like what she was listening to. So as a little kid, it's like, the Janet Jacksons and the Princes and the TLCs and like
good shit.
And then did your mom do this where she got to an age where all of a sudden she pretended like she didn't used to like rap?
My mom I don't think ever really did like rap.
My mom did, and then she got to a point where she was like, But I was like, we loved Snoop Dogg.
Sure.
We loved Snoop Dogg.
And she was like, no, I've changed my life.
Yeah,
I'm not on that no more.
But like, so when I was little, it was like a lot of R&B and stuff like that. And then once I got to pick my own music, it was pretty much just exclusively rap until really about 8-9 years ago.
Then what did it transition to?
I just tried to open it up and listen to all kinds of stuff, but I was really kind of only fucking with. And then like when we were in Washington, it wasn't so bad. We moved to Colorado, it wasn't so bad. But then we moved to a small town in Colorado where it was like there was just no other black people and there's like some Mexicans. So then I was like really trying to stick to what I was into. Sure. So like then it was like I get the Source magazine every month and I'm on Winamax downloading Saigon because nobody on my bus understands.
Whoa,
you know what I mean?
that was a moment. That was a very specific moment in time.
It's a very weird time.
Saigon was one of the first XXL freshmen. I think he was the inaugural class of XXL freshmen.
That's so funny.
Yeah, Saigon. Whoa, that's a name you forget about him.
You do because it was forgettable. But the point is,
But
what I wanted to talk to you about, the music I think is specifically so funny, is that early to mid 90s super sex music that in hindsight you realize, because I think there's like different branches of sexy music.
Of course.
And I think there's a lot of sexy music that is based in sex.
Yes.
Like you listen to it and it sounds like fucking.
Yeah.
And they're talking about what you do when you're fucking.
Yes.
But then there's some shit where you're like, this is like made up. And that's why the first song I was thinking of is Link.
Yeah.
Because do you remember Link?
I did not remember Link.
Okay, so Link had his hit was at 9110024. That was like his like. But what you gonna do? My mom's friend's son had it.
We've got the lyrics up.
Yeah, well the chorus. Okay, so the chorus is, "How would you like it if I hit you with the 69?" Which is not how you pull up a 69.
Hey, I'm about to hit you with that shit.
You don't hit her with the. It's like a cooperative.
Yeah, everybody's working together.
We decided to 69 because we're in love or whatever. So, how would you like it if I hit you with a 69? Would you like me on top? Another not way to pitch a 69.
No. Oh, yeah, on top, sir.
Nigga.
Sir.
What are you talking about?
It's like, this is what you're talking about, where it's like you get into a zone where certain people are talking about sex and you're like, hey, man, be honest.
Yeah, tell the truth.
Do you do it?
You don't do that.
It feels like you heard about it. It feels like people have talked about it around you, but it's like, be for real.
As a large man who's had sex with a woman, jumping into a 69 with you on top is maybe the most unhinged shit.
Sure.
What are you talking about?
That's a threat.
That's a crime.
We need to get an agency involved.
We need to get a snorkel involved.
Sure.
You can't do it. That's too much.
Yeah.
But like, yeah.
Do you ever do the thing though where you doubt yourself, where you'll hear like a rapper or R&B artist talk about something they're doing sexually, and then they're so confident about it that it makes you rethink your situation?
Notorious B.I.G. killed me.
Sure, because he was the big boy who was fucking.
I mean, in hindsight, it's probably lying some.
Most likely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, I was like, especially after you do it the first few times where you're like, I gotta think this is not what he says he's doing. Yeah. Is not what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. Y'all talking about the fucking from the time the sun goes up to the sun goes down. I'm gonna. Hey,
I ain't got it.
I got 12 good minutes.
I ain't got it. Yeah. I gotta go to the call center tomorrow.
Sure. I got stuff to do.
And the point of Link is just like this chorus. Can I hit it? Can I hit the hot spot? Can I run up in the middle? What? Like he's singing like he doesn't know about sex. And then I think about all these songs that were so sexual to me as a kid. Yeah. And now you grow up and you're like, I don't think that. Like, do you remember that Silky Fine? I think she was from Texas.
How did that go?
Romeo and Juliet. It's like Romeo and Juliet. Hot sex on the bladder just to get you wet.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? What are you saying?
Yeah, it's tough. There's a Young Thug song called there's a song with Young Thug called Out West.
Yeah.
Where he goes, this is the nastiest thing I've ever said on this podcast.
Let's go.
But there's a part in this Young Thug song where he goes, I just put my cum in her pussy, now it's wet. And I was just like, well, Thug.
That's like a lack.
The cart's before the horse.
That's a lack of understanding about it, how any of this works.
That's not supposed to be the first time it's wet.
That doesn't even make like so many guys. We look up to these people as sexual dynamos.
Yeah.
And then you grow up and you're like, nah, I think this is like a loser.
Yeah.
I think this is a guy who likes poetry talking about what he would like sex to be.
With a woman, exactly.
With a woman.
Yeah.
Because, like, what are you... and I think about so much... Because I was thinking about just, like, sexy music, and then I was thinking about rap sex music, and, like, these men give women no incentive to be with them.
No. It's a thing, but I guess that's probably, like... You hear, like... I talk about Future a lot on this podcast.
Of course.
I'm a huge Future fan.
Well, how could you not be?
You know what I'm saying? I love him so much, but it is, like... The way that he talks about having sex with women, I'm just like, well... Does this make you happy? Because it's like, it sounds...
But he's saying it doesn't make him happy even.
Well, I guess that is
kind of... That's
kind of his... So I'm like, who's winning in this situation? You're clearly sad about it. The woman, you don't like her, and you're making that very clear.
Yeah, and she didn't walk away saying, awesome.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
She was like, he had a cool house. I guess I'm glad I got to see that.
Yeah,
it's just like, nobody feels better coming out of this.
No, and it's just like... And sometimes I was thinking about this too. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I was thinking about like nuance within it. I like dirty rap, but I think some point it's like we need to like let's get some similes. Let's get some like our ass. Like I was thinking of
I agree with this. Deeply.
What's that fucking Jeezy verse where he's like you ever bust 10 nuts in a 2-seater?
Yeah.
You're like, bro, you didn't have to say that.
Yeah.
You didn't have to say that. Like I need some like or some as. I don't need to hear about. You don't need to say how wet the pussy is.
It's just
you don't gotta say it.
Again, it's like we started from a place of poetry, so let's revert back to that. Like
I'm an advocate for that. Because sometimes I wonder. It's like I feel like music used to be made to put people in the mood, and then at some point, music started being what you're thinking while you're fucking.
Yes.
Like it started. It used to be heat up the pot, and now it just is like.
Now we're all boiling.
I'm about to come. Yeah.
That's the thing. I've talked about this before, but it's like my dad. My dad was a little older, so he's like my dad's like a '70s baby.
Okay,
you know, like that was his heyday.
So like love music.
Yes, and like a thing that he would say all the time, you know, in a very old black man way, is he would always be like, they don't make music like they used to. He put on the oldie station, it'd be Barry White or Stevie Wonder, and it's like it's one of those things where it's like you get older and you're like, ah, fuck, he was right.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm so mad that he was, because as a teenager, of course, you're like, nah, man, I'm listening to Wayne. I'm listening to Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, this shit is incredible. And it is like in its own way.
It's really, really great.
But you do listen to music from, especially like R&B specifically, it is just like, oh, they really did have it. And 90s R&B, beautiful in its own way as well, but it is like you listen to like some like Stevie shit about love, about sex. You listen to like a Sade song. You listen to like Your Love Is King, where it's like clearly just talking about coming and like being in love. And it's
but like you need that facade a little bit.
You need it to sound a little bit like it's like something else. Leave something to the imagination so you can put yourself in it.
That's how I feel, because it's like, listen, a lot of the feelings were always the same, probably.
Of course.
But at least they used to have to pretend.
Yeah.
They had to pretend to have some decorum.
They had to say, I can't get enough of your love.
Yeah.
And it's like, we know what the love is that he can't get enough of.
Yeah.
But it's like...
And then rappers came out and they're like, bitch, I never loved anybody. And you're like, come on, man.
Do you listen to Brent Faiyaz?
No. I'm so I don't really listen to, I don't even listen to like, I listen to music a lot that's even older than what I should listen to.
Oh, so you're listening to like my dad's era?
No, but I'm listening to like Janet Jackson, which was like, I don't.
That's a classic though. These are.
But that's like the kind of stuff I like, because like I don't know, I just like.
Funny how time flies.
Well, sometimes I want to listen to music that even aspirationally I can relate to.
Sure. And
rap takes me out of it. Mm-hmm. So, like, I was listening to The Lox, and, like, I remember specifically Jadakiss was like, what you know about copping a house to fight pits in? And I'm like,
nothing.
I don't even have I have a standard poodle. What are we doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was listening to y'all's show, and y'all talked about how you're never less yourself than when you're at the barbershop.
Yeah.
And that shit really hit
man.
Hit home with me. And it's like, that's why I can never really relate to rappers, because I'm like, I don't even want to. If I'm like really being myself, I only want my barber to hear it. I don't even want the barber over there to know that I'm being myself.
That's truly it.
It's like, so I can't connect to what y'all got going on when you talk about fighting pit bulls and fucking a girl all night. It's like, oh, that's.
And I feel like we don't get a lot of space to acknowledge that, like, maybe this is not the most relatable because it's not like I can't tell when somebody's going crazy.
Of course.
And like I like that aspect of rap, of like the aspirational, like. I do like that.
I came from this, and now I got that.
Yeah, and I
can relate to that.
And like I put this together.
Yeah.
I put this together, and I built and like all that
something
shit
out of nothing.
But sometimes the shit they are saying is like I'm not on that, man. I'm just not like.
Sure, that's why Future's not for every moment.
Yeah, but when it's on, it's on.
When it's time for him, there's nobody I'd rather listen to.
Right,
in those future moments. But it's also sometimes you need Janet.
Yeah, we just need to hear men in love.
And that is a big thing.
I think we need to hear about men in love.
Totally.
Men who we think could beat us up in love.
Whoa.
Because
that's actually it.
Yeah, I think so too. Because there's a lot of men still in love.
Of course.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's so, I guess maybe that's just like the moment in general. It's so out of vogue to be sincere. Mm-hmm. Just like in general, like it's so not in vogue to just be like, oh yeah, like I really like that. Like I really like this. I'm really excited about this happening. Like I love, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all like everybody's got to be like removed and like cool and like dismissive about everything.
Right.
And I feel like that plays out in the music. You don't listen to Brent Faiyaz, but like I saw this tweet about him where it was just like Brent Faiyaz music be like, this bitch fucking me, what an idiot. And it's like that kind of, or like this bitch like gave up the pussy. What a fucking idiot! And like that is kind of the like ethos of the music is like well yeah, like I'm a terrible person. Like you should have never got involved with me.
That's very funny. But at some point it's like that's like antisocial behavior.
Sure,
you gotta want more for the people around you as well.
Yeah, and for yourself.
Just like we just need that to like. Be able to continue on, I think.
That being said, I listen to Brent Faiyaz all the time.
No, yeah, man,
he has a beautiful voice.
I'm sounding cool on here because smart people listen to this. I listen to trap. Like, don't, like, I feel like I'm making it seem like I listen to better music than I do.
You listen to Janet.
I listen to Janet. I also listen to a lot of stuff where they incorporate gunfire in the beat.
Of course.
Like, of course. Or like, I just don't have
Westside Gunn's doing a gun ad lib.
Come on.
Boom, 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 boom.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like, because I like drug, like, yeah, I don't want it. I like 38 Special.
I don't know 38 Special.
Yeah, that's like Deep Griselda.
Oh, sure. He's a way down the roster.
Yeah. I like that guy.
I will say,
he said, "I got a lamb and a stick like I'm fresh out the Bible."
Damn.
Come on.
That's good though.
That's what I mean. So
I
it's
like that,
I'm not taking away from that stuff.
You know, it's. I don't know if there's a sign of getting older or what, but like I feel like when I was younger, I feel like I gravitated so much towards like Kanye and Pharrell and like Tribe. And
that was a huge change. Well, Kanye for us was like such a huge change of pace.
The guy. And
because I love Jay, but I'm not like that cool as he is.
I cannot live that. I have insecurities, which seems to be something that Jay-Z has never confronted on, or it seems like he's never doubted himself on any level.
I think he really just might be one of them ones.
It kind of seems that way.
And it's great. That's not inspirational to me.
Really.
I'm not one of them ones.
It's aspirational, where it's like you are, but it's like not to the extent, because it's like by anyone's account, that's how you know Jay-Z is like actually like that, because by any account, he like was a superstar at selling drugs, so much so he was a superstar at selling drugs, so much so that he didn't want to start rapping. They were like, hey, and he was so good at rapping that they were like, hey man, you should stop selling coke. And he was like, nah, but I'm doing awesome at this.
Yeah.
And then started rapping, and then was so good at it that he got to marry Beyonce.
Brother, you just don't get.
You can't be more the man.
He's a Michael Jordan. That's why you can't look at Michael Jordan and be like, oh, that's not me.
Sure.
Like, Beyonce's initials were BK.
Yeah.
That's like amazing.
Yeah.
From like Jay-Z, this might not be true, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was voted most popular in school, his high school.
How could he not be?
Which is like most popular in a high school in Brooklyn in the 90s. You are that guy. This is not for everybody.
Because niggas want to hate you.
Yeah.
Niggas want to hate you, but they just can't because you got it like
this
that.
This is the coolest guy talking, and that's cool, but that's not like.
You need somebody who's questioning themselves. That's the thing that I liked about Kanye is I'd really never heard, even like Tribe Called Quest, who is kind of the like alti kind of group of like their time. They were still flexing, being cool in like their own way, and Kanye was too. But he also would have whole songs where he'd be like, I doubt myself sometimes. Yeah. I doubt myself. I was with my girl splitting the buffet at KFC, talking about, damn, these niggas that much better than me.
Exactly,
like,
bro.
I've done that.
I've had nervous breakdowns.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I've been eating at a buffet with my lady being like, huh, is this going to be my life forever?
Yeah. I've also sounded nuts saying how good I thought I was.
Exactly. Exactly. I've also looked at someone much more famous and successful and been like, I know I'm better than him.
Yeah.
That nigga sucks, and and the money can't change my mind.
Yeah. And I've also had crazy ideas like making a song called Jesus Walks, which was like, do you ever listen to that song now and you're like, this is kind of crazy.
It is insane to make a rap smash hit record that's just about how frustrated you are that you can't be a Christian.
Yeah.
Or people are discouraging you from loving God.
Yeah.
Which
and I think it's you. I think it's like that was a funny thing about Jesus Walks is it's like, oh, you mean you're just like a young guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is cool. I like that. I relate to that a lot more than Girls.
Yeah. Oh, but I loved Girls.
Yeah, because it's awesome.
I loved Girls.
I don't think there's an album I've listened to more than The Blueprint, but it doesn't mean that necessarily
it's reflecting your circumstance.
Yeah. I was trying to force myself, to be a square peg in a Jay-Z style hole. Pause. That was a crazy pause.
That might be you might be the first pause on the podcast.
Really?
I think so.
Oh, that sucks. Oh no!
You might have gave us our first pause. I don't know.
No, I'm not even like that.
Yeah, I don't know if we got one.
I do pause truly in jest because I think it's funny.
It's hilarious.
It's like Do you ever get that though? Sometimes where it's like the morality doesn't swing back around on the humor.
Sure.
So you just like are saying things that a bad guy would say.
You just sound like I'm
like that in the house. Like with my girl, I'm saying vile shit.
There's never a time where you're saying worse stuff than when you're with the people you love the most.
I know.
That's just there's never a time you feel more comfortable saying the worst things that you have to offer.
Yeah.
I've really gotten into ironically just going, hey, yo.
That's so funny.
It's so funny to me.
Really, really funny.
Hey, yo. But also I'm saying it in the right context, so sometimes I do think people just think I'm being homophobic.
It's like a Jay-Z lyric.
Yeah.
Wise men said, don't argue with fools because people at a distance can't tell who's who. 20 feet away, you saying Ayo, that just sounds like you saying Ayo. Yeah. They're not like, this is a nuanced person. No. But like, who cares?
Whatever.
The internet is big.
Whatever.
I said pause. On Devon's podcast, all right? It was funny.
It's hilarious. And That is a thing. I feel like that's as much as I'm against this sort of like alt-right adjacent like sector of the like cancel, you can't let us say anything anymore. There are certain moments with other people who I feel mostly like politically aligned with, where they'll be like, well, you can't. Well, we're not, and I'll just be like, hey, can we have fun too?
It's really I mean,
it's like
listen,
we know.
Mark Maron just did a special about it, right?
Sure.
But it's like, it's not fun to be like that.
Not all the time.
And it's not real, because it's like, I feel like the people who have most told me you can't say that are always the people you see do some slick racist shit.
Of course.
Or like the people who you realize, oh, you actually think you're better than people.
Of course.
Those are the people policing your shit.
I will say, no, never mind. I won't say.
Yeah, we can say it afterwards.
No, actually, you know what? I will say.
Don't.
He listens to this podcast, so it's
Is it Lorne Michaels?
Hey, Lauren, I appreciate you tuning in, big dog. Appreciate you for the opportunity, my boy. Thank you for those years, man. Thank you, and thank you for listening. We're gonna get you on the Patreon soon. We're going big. Lauren Michaels app coming soon.
There you go.
But I went to a wedding where they played a Michael Jackson song.
Yeah.
They played, I want to say, "Don't Stop Till You Get Enough."
Yeah.
And
at a wedding, that's great.
Yeah, it's an incredible wedding song. Michael Jackson's a ton of incredible wedding songs.
So many good ones, yeah.
But then later on, I was just like, there was a section of the playlist at the wedding that was like really like especially good. And I was talking to the bride and groom about it, and they were like, yeah, like the bride got certain songs and the groom got certain songs, but the bride goes, yeah, like the groom goes, yeah, the bride wouldn't let me put any Kanye on there.
Oh.
And I was like, I don't think we got to do that. I don't think it has to be that. I can understand. To me, I think my relationship to that was like, oh, I don't think you're not putting on I Gave My Cousin Head Kanye at the wedding.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you could put on Flashing Lights at the
foot. Man.
Like, to
or
me,
like
I'm like,
The Good Life or some shit like that.
We're drawing too fine of a. I'm also just like, well, Michael Jackson, we just had Mike on.
Yeah.
We just had Mike on, and he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of saying crazy, insane shit, but it's like, he's not.
You can't untie, regardless of the person who did the thing, you can't untie people's relationship to it. You just can't. And I feel like white folks are always trying to get you to take out some shit where it's like, okay, but that shit helped me figure out who I am.
That's what I'm saying.
For better or worse. Like, so what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I can't ever revisit that part of my life.
That's the thing.
That's that's bugged out.
And it feels to me. I'm just like, I feel like we're smarter than this. I feel like it's like we're all intelligent people. We know
I don't
enough.
think they think we're smarter than that, because you don't see none of these motherfuckers stop watching Seinfeld. That's all I'm saying.
No, never,
bro.
Never.
You like who?
And if that happened today, they'd be the first people to be like,
find a generation that they ever had to cut out.
Sure.
Led Zeppelin's still cracking. Maybe, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe Woody. They might have cut Woody out.
Music's different than movies, though.
That is very true. That is very true.
Sure.
That is very, very true.
You know what I mean? Movies are very important. People don't get married to movies.
That is very true.
I guess they lose their virginity to movies, but not in the same. You know what I mean?
It's the same.
So it's like, who on that level did they ever have to take down?
I can't.
Somehow it seems like the pendulum always swings back our way to take the shit out.
It's always swinging black.
Every time it feels like is all. That's how I feel, where it's like, man, I hate how often I say this man's name after some positive shit. But like, R. Kelly was
he's come up. He comes up on this show a shocking amount. I'm sure he comes up on y'all's a lot.
I just told you how old I am.
Yeah.
That was the soundtrack to my life growing up.
I remember
in
where
jest
I was.
as well, in seriousness.
When you heard "I Believe I Can Fly"?
Come on, man.
You know what I mean?
I'm in the house once again. It's not out,
of course,
but I'm in the house singing "I Wish" a lot.
Yeah,
it's the funniest song. Voices in my head be telling me to go to church. Like, it's just, but like,
"Step in the Name of Love."
Come on, man.
It's a beautiful, beautiful tune. That will be played at my wedding. I promise you that.
Even white people remix to Ignition.
Well, it's like weird. And that one I think is kind of slid under the radar.
Yeah,
I think slid under like Indiana Jones. I think that one made it just before the door shut, where it's like that song plays and everybody kind of looks around for a second, but they're like, nah. It's like, we're not going to act like it's not that.
And I'm not like advocating for any of the things these people did, but I do think at some point it's like if we're going to take some out, you got to take some out. Is how I feel. And I feel
know what I'm saying?
All those rock and roll guys,
of course,
who were pretty known to do what they were doing,
quite a few of them
seem to always be able to like
untouched, unscathed.
Yeah. And it's like if I can't listen to my parents' music, you can't listen to your parents' music.
There you go. Ain't nobody's. They put the whole Elvis movie out. They put an Elvis movie out, and then they put an Elvis movie out about the like teenager that he married. She got her own separate movie,
brother, and that shit's still fine. They play Great Balls of Fire at baseball games,
of course.
You know what I mean?
Michael Jackson's about to. The trailer just came out. He's about to get a movie.
I did see that.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the trailer?
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna like it more than I probably should too.
The music's too good. As if they have the songs in there, I'm going to enjoy it, and I'm gonna enjoy watching somebody do the dance moves. It just unfortunately, that stuff just makes me happy.
I also am gonna enjoy the epiphany music, where the epiphany point in the music or in the movie where he gets the line for the great song.
Oh,
like in the James Brown one where he was like,
of course.
Sometimes you got to get down to get up, and then he just stops.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to get, and it's gonna. They're gonna do the same thing where he's gonna like fall down. He's gonna be like, "Mama say, Mama sa, Mamaku sa," and then he's like, and then
he's eating a salad, but it's not very good. He goes, "You're a vegetable, and we hate you." I can't wait.
And just for that, it's worth the price of admission for me.
Hey, you got my $18 Alamo Draft House.
Yo, he did go crazy on that ad lib.
Yeah. You're a vegetable.
I hate you.
We hate you.
He said it like a little kid talks to vegetables.
You're a vegetable.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
I don't know, but it always really stuck with me. In college, we would walk around saying that all the time.
It's so funny. You know, me and my girl were listening to "Will You Be There" the other day. That's another song that's like just kind of like.
It's a little later, Mike, right? Or is that?
It's Free Willy, Mike, early '90s.
Sure.
Yeah, but Michael Jackson has a lot of songs where you're like, I don't think this makes sense.
Of course,
but that's okay.
Yeah,
like I don't.
Sounds good.
Super understand "Smooth Criminal."
You've been hit by. I don't know if I've ever tried to interrogate what that song is.
And then he came into the bedroom and he struck you. And then, but like, I don't know, did Michael Jackson come, like, somebody broke into her house and then he came later and he's like, "Are you all right?"
I've legitimately never interrogated what the song was about in my entire life. Kind of very similarly, one time I was doing an episode of this show where somebody brought Dilemma by Nelly and Kelly Rowland, and that came out when I was in elementary school.
That's a dirty song.
And I just kind of took it at face value that they were in love, and then I started saying the lyrics, and I was like, oh, that's what the dilemma is.
Yeah.
Oh, the dilemma is that they both are in relationships, and they are stepping out on their significant...
Yeah, because Nelly lives in the apartment across the hall.
Legitimately did not occur. I'm 30-something years old, and I legitimately was just like... that just hit me.
Well, because I just thought it was a regular love. That song had me
too. For years, I was just like, yeah, Nelly, I love you. Nelly, I need you. Like,
brother, that song had me in my house wanting a girlfriend.
Of course. There are certain songs, and that's what R&B music used to make you be able to do. Like,
and I don't think it feels that way anymore, does it? Do you feel like it feels that way? Like newer R&B?
Not to me, at least. But maybe it's like... Some of this stuff, sometimes I'm like, well, am I just getting old? Like, am I just getting old? But I do not think that it feels love. There's no yearners.
Yeah.
We're missing the yearn. We're missing the, like, I need you and I want you back. It is all kind of like, you're a dumb slut and I'm a bad person.
And that's like, it's such a selfish way to be.
Yeah.
Because now we're not fixing either of our problems, right?
The way that...
Like, I'm not trying... Because, like, music... There used to be also a lot of music that's like, if you need me to be better, I'll be better.
I'm working on myself. I've identified, like, I know I'm the problem, and I'm ready to fix it.
But now it's more like, I'm just sad, just these pills, man.
Something's wrong with me, and something's wrong with you for loving me.
Yeah, and it's like that's
kind of where we're at.
We're not solving anything.
We're not building no bridge.
No, man.
I need a song that makes me feel like how I felt when I was in middle school and I heard, "You Should Let Me Love You."
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Come
that
on.
shit had me yearning for a love that I'd never even experienced
Oh,
yet.
man.
And I was trying to do the dance moves.
Oh, man.
I was also getting active.
Oh, I'm thinking of Let Me Hold You. You Should Let Me Love You is great, too. I was thinking of Down, Down, to Down.
Brother.
That was good.
People not, he's gonna end up kind of getting lost to the sands of time.
I'm sick of that shit. I'm sick of this Omarion erasure, though.
Here, you know what it is like I found out when he did that verses with Mario that he couldn't sing. And that really, I was watching the verses with my lady, and like we were both watching it, and Omarion's vocals were not really hitting. At one point, Mario, who really can sing, he goes, "You a dancing ass nigga, huh?" And I was like, oh, maybe this is why it didn't continue for him.
But we didn't know that at the time.
I had no idea.
Icebox, I thought he could sing.
It also was a song that I really, really love, and also Icebox. What's the other? Oh, Touch.
Oh, and then it touch.
Breathe. Every time I get drunk, if I got the aux and we in an Uber, Touch is dun dun dun.
Come on,
Touch, boom boom boom. Don't act like Omarion didn't give us nothing.
Yeah, people really want to like.
Don't disrespect him.
People like to get space away and act like they never like some shit. I be doing that sometimes, and then I gotta check myself where it's like, no. I thought "Kiss Me Through the Phone" was a love song for the ages when it came out.
I was in high school and I was dating a girl who went to we went to different high schools in the same town.
Come on, you guys
"Kiss Me Through the Phone" was like
star-crossed lovers.
That was like our song.
That's so amazing.
So it's like I can't act like just in general. I'm a big Soulja Boy apologist. I'm a Soulja Boy. I'm a Soulja Boy historian. The first sketch I ever tried to write on SNL was Brendan Gleeson was the host. It was like my second or third episode, and I wrote this sketch where it was like me and him were professors, and we were talking about what should be included in the like upcoming year's curriculum. And Brendan Gleeson was just a guy who really wanted Soulja Boy to be, and he was just talking about why Soulja Boy was such an important historical figure. And it is Brendan Gleeson, like a 70-year-old Irish actor.
That's so funny though. That's really funny.
Legit, they was never gonna let me cook, dog.
No,
they was never gonna let.
I'll give you your flowers though, because to track Soulja Boy is to track the rise and fall of an empire.
Come on,
truly, we're Soulja Boy. We're late stage Soulja Boy. We're all this gold on me, feeling like a king. Come on, that's where we're at right now.
Mm-hmm. And we see where it's headed. Yeah. But like many pioneers, I've said this on this podcast before, but it's like many pioneers, Soulja Boy he'll never be given the credit for what he did, for the innovations that he made. He was really, actually, genuinely the first rapper to pop from the internet and then turn that into like a hit record. Yeah. And he invented that. That he's the beginning of all that shit. And he says it, and we think of him kind of as being a joke because he does say insane shit. But it's like, just like a lot of crazy people, it's like, no, if you dig through it, some of the shit that he said, him being a pioneer and him saying that all the time,
I think so for sure.
1000% true.
I think so for sure. Just like the embrace of the internet.
He's the first one to do that. And people, old heads thought that was stupid.
Yeah, rappers used to think the internet was corny.
Exactly. And Soulja Boy is also a teenager. He's like 16, 17 years old when Crank That comes out. Everybody hated him. Yeah, and now TikTok, every rapper has a dance with their shit, and that's just the way that it works. And he did that shit 20 years ago.
Yeah. Man. Turn this on to Babes.
Come on now. I got me some bathing apes.
Come on
now. All right, so let's go ahead and get into a little voicemail. Let's see what we got.
Hey guys, just leaving my favorite lyric, or a lyric that's always on my mind.
Sure.
Honestly, daily. From the recent album, the recent Clips album. On Ace Trumpets, Malice says, and it blew my mind when I first heard it. Malice says, "Never leaving home without my piece like I'm Mahatma." And that jaw was on the floor when I heard that line the first time. Just incredible. Malice is the man. Anyway, great album, great duo. Thanks.
Short, sweet, to the point.
Okay. Oh, like, does he mean peace like Gandhi carried an internal peace with him?
No. Yes. Exactly.
That's what.
That's the double meaning of it. He's never leaving without his gun, which I'm also like, yeah, you are. I'm also I don't like when these I don't like when these guys
I don't want to tear this apart at the end.
Okay.
I don't really need a lot of new clips, man.
Look. I liked this album.
I said this on our shit too, and I was really worried because I thought people were gonna
come find you.
I just, if I'm being serious, I just don't. I don't know. But I'm not, it probably wasn't even for me. You know what I mean? Also, we saw John Legend at the Hollywood Bowl.
What?
Me and my girl saw John Legend at the Hollywood Bowl.
Crazy.
Like, yeah, it was really fun. And like, we're doing the John Legend concert. It's so fun. My girl's mom is there. We're having a really good time. And then he brought clips out for that song that he was on, and they start rapping, and it does just kind of fuck up the vibe of what we were doing. Yeah. Like at one point, my girl's like, "Did he just say tears of blood?"
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's not that I don't need. I just that shit is great, but it's just like I've heard Malice say a bunch of cool shit about guns, man. I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. And it's also just like, I don't like, that's what I think being an elder statesman rapper is tough because you still have to try to put on the like hardness that you came in with that people know you for. But it's just like, guys, like, you don't live like that anymore.
Right.
Like you're not carrying a gun around no more. You've been rich for 30 years. So it's like, I don't want you to pretend. That's why it's like, if you're going to make a rap album, you're going to be in your 40s or 50s, go ahead and make a rap album, but like really like try to find a fly way to talk about doing shit that you actually do. You have
which feels like the difficulty that maybe a lot of rappers haven't got to.
That's why, like, and not that many people want to necessarily hear that.
Yeah, and I get that, but it's just like I've been hearing Malice talk about guns since what's the first clip song? The Funeral. You remember that song? Like where they were in the fucking when they were in the suits.
Okay.
And it was like, "Come take a walk on my side, no more." And like, it's just like a lot. Okay, I have a gun. I don't shoot it.
Sure.
Like,
and it's also like you get older. It's like, all right, you got a gun. That's not cool. Like
it's not, a bummer.
Like it's just like you get to it. So when you're like, it sounds hard, but then when you get older, you see niggas that got guns all the time. It's just like, oh well, like that's it's a bummer. That's sad.
Yeah,
it's like you don't. And also, it's like
you talk so cool about guns. I know you could talk about getting your prostate checked, or whatever it is. Because I'm 40s coming up. Yeah. I gotta start thinking about that. Yeah. Like it's just like. I think sometimes it makes me sad that rappers don't seem to get to age into being older.
They have a hard time. That's why that.
But they do fly shit. They do like clothes shit. So like,
that's why the Jay-Z record was the one. Like that's why like that.
It's not that I don't need new clips. It's just that like sometimes some of that I don't really need to hear about selling dope all that much.
I wish you would chill on it. It's just like you've done so many interesting things in your life.
We got a lot of it.
Yeah.
And it's cool, man.
And it's awesome. And you're like pioneers of the coke rap genre.
He says it.
Of course. And that is 1,000% true, but it is just like I would like you to. It's the same thing. I'm talking about Drake on this podcast constantly as well.
Are you pro or anti?
I love Drake.
Does it make you sad that it feels like he's not growing up?
Yes. That's the exact same thing where it's just like
because you're of the age of me, probably Drake drops a lot around when you start stand up.
But before I was in high school when Drake was starting.
Okay,
and so Drake was like So Far Gone. I think came out on my 18th birthday.
Okay.
And so Drake's probably like 4 or 5 years older than me.
Right.
And so
how old is Drake?
Drake's like maybe 38.
Yeah, I think he's my age.
Yeah, and so it's like he's a little bit older than me, but like we're close enough in age that I do feel like I feel like we grew up together. And like when I was in my 20s and he's talking about the shit when he's also in his 20s, I was like, fuck yeah. Like,
there was nothing better than being like 25.
Putting on worse behavior.
Dog, relating Drake to stand up and being like, I think I'm about to make $1 million.
Sure.
Didn't really go the same way for me as it did for him.
It's different. It also only goes that way for like 5 comedians.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And now like a bunch of niggas that have 1 million TikTok followers that I've never heard of before. We don't need to even get into that's its own separate thing. You do a bar show and then like somebody follows you on Instagram and you're just like, what? You have 700,000. I've never heard.
No wonder you thought I wouldn't shit.
Yeah, exactly. No wonder you're being so dismissive towards me.
Yeah, okay. I thought I had a good reputation.
You've got a thriving career. I've never heard of you in my life. That's its own separate thing. But yeah, Drake. To me, I think in his now late 30s, kind of talking the same way that he was talking when we were both in our 20s. Right. Now you're just like, well, brother, it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, and to be pretentious about it.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's like that's so much of the beauty of art is being able to
grow with it. But I don't know if rappers really get allowed that in the same way.
No,
like,
man, black men don't. That's my whole shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It just seems like I just want a lot. I think it would be great if they were just like, give me an album about what you're got going on right now.
My nigga, if you don't get some jazz instrumentals,
you gotta have.
If you don't do an all live percussion jazz album like you need to,
and I want more rap in general about being happy.
Sure,
you know, nobody,
but you know, but Chance the Rapper did that, and everybody said, "Fuck you."
You're right. And it's like, you know, you've had money long enough that I assume you're at least partially therapized.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I go.
That shit from before is hard to get over.
Yeah.
That early shit is like the struggle time is really.
With you. The money don't.
Yeah.
The money can't change it all. It can't take it all away.
I get that too. I just like, you know, I wonder what we have this conversation in 15 years. I wonder how we feel about, because I would love a world where Pusha is rapping in 15 years.
Yeah, I mean, in 15 years, my man might be like 67, 65, 70.
Nobody's ever rapped that old. Rap is so new.
Yeah, exactly. Rappers are just starting to get to.
And they keep cutting out the older guys.
Yeah,
I think that's the hard thing about rappers.
Yeah,
because like I don't listen to. Are there genres like that where they're like, I don't fuck with that old shit?
No, it's only rap.
That sucks.
It's so like country artists. Like I'm from Texas. It's like these country niggas will like Willie Nelson. Is like 90 years old, and George Strait's probably 70 something. It's like these guys they're still kicking. They're still and people are excited to see them. I feel like with rappers, it also rap's a way newer genre. So it's like I think we're still seeing what that could look like. But what
does the age of the genre have to do with like this? You know what I mean? Well, sometimes I think we have to do this thing where it's like.
It's also the kind of stuff you're talking about as a rapper. Sounds really like the Wayne bars that I like the most that he wrote when he was 25 sound really like it's like the Beastie Boys stopped doing certain songs because they were just like, all right, well we're 50 now.
Right.
We can't be doing the songs from when we were 19. Like that's
like Wayne said, you're like 44.
You feel me? But anyway, we got to get out of here.
All right, this is great.
Dave, appreciate you. Do you want to plug anything before we get out?
Nah, man. No, this was great. Yo, I had a really good time. Listen
to My Momma Told Me. Hilarious, legitimately the only comedy podcast that I listen to.
Let's go.
It's so funny. I don't know when this is coming out, but I got an episode that I'm going to do with them soon. Y'all go check that out.
Yeah, yours will be out pretty soon, probably.
Okay. All right. Well, go listen to that. And yeah, I appreciate y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye. My Favorite Lyrics is a production by Disco Nap. If you guys like what you hear, leave a review and tell a homie about the show. And make sure to follow us at My Favorite Lyrics Pod on all social platforms, except for Twitter. We offer that. You can learn more about this week's guest and the My Favorite Lyrics team by checking out the show's notes. And thank you to the guys that made this show happen. Our executive producer, Lauren Mandel, our associate producer, Carmen Kerrigan, our editor, Nicole Lyons, and also the team at Melrose Podcast in LA who engineered this episode. We'll catch y'all next week.